Hello, my name is Casey from Paroxysm Pictures. Today we're going to be doing something a bit new. This is a tutorial because I've had a lot of people ask me since I did Inzel how I did these scenes.
Okay. What have you done to me? Axel, calm down, you are panicking.
Now, all of them scenes were done with After Effects and some really basic video pilot tools. I do believe it's video pilot. I bought some really basic shockwave effects from Video Copilot. Now they're really nice actually, like this one, which is really pretty as like an effect, and they have different types. Okay, I've literally just spent forever looking for where I got the vortex effects from, because I don't actually remember where I got them from for 2 years ago. But I'll be sure to find it. I'll look for it for a while and I'll put the link in the description. That's been the most asked question about Intel really, is how did you do them effect by yourself, like on a cheap computer? It's just After Effects. So I'm going to show you today. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how I did how I'm doing the newest effect in my new upcoming short series. Today I'll be showing you how I did the effect. Today I'll be showing you how I do the effect in my new upcoming mini-series, The Black Mystery, which is Today I'll be showing you how I do that effect in my upcoming short series, The Black Mystery, which is a prequel to Inside Everdampton, if you don't know that. I've had a few teasers out and stuff, and been doing some stuff on Instagram. The link is in the description for the Instagram of Paroxysm Pictures. So I'll be showing you how I'm going to do that effect. Let's get right into it. As you can see here, just got a simple, but here as he falls back, what I need to have done is him teleport away. You probably won't hear anything, but sorry if you hear any really loud screaming. My roommate or my neighbour across the hall from me is really fucking loud when he goes on Fortnite. You hear him screaming and it's just so irritating. There's not much I can do about it, to be fair. But just in case, in case you're wondering if you hear any screaming. First things first, what I'd recommend doing, I've done this the wrong way, because it's the first one I've done in a year, because you shouldn't really do it this way. I've taken a photo of the blank background so that I can add in, make him move away and have the background in behind him. So what I'm going to do in this effect now, I'm going to do is I'm going to have him like this, I'm going to mask around him, I'm going to duplicate this, all the way up to here, gonna get this time, and we're gonna freeze frame, which will then freeze on this frame here, which I think is what I want to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it until he's here, and then have it freeze frame there, so I can still show you the effect. One frame back. So we're gonna quickly crop around him. So we've cropped around him. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so annoying. I actually messed this up, please. What I've just done is a rookie mistake, is where I've cropped and made a new object rather than messed around him. Oops, I didn't click on the layer first. This is the bit that's going to take a really long time. Now this isn't what I'd usually do, because usually I freeze the frame, so you'd only have one crop to go around, and you can mess around with that a little bit. But what I'm going to do is just to make the effect a bit more smooth. I'm going to go into masks. We're currently working on mask 3. That's funny. Let's get rid of mask 1 and mask 2 and mask 3, and we're going to click on all of these. Now this makes it so every time you change it a little bit, you see all these dots here, every time you change it a little bit, it will make a new mask, which is really helpful to remember when you're creating one of these effects, because if you don't remember it, then you do frame by frame and then you realize you haven't had it timed, so that each time you've been changing it, it's been changing the whole thing and not basically not saving it. So just make sure you click them, they're very important. Now to show you what's kind of going to look like is we can pop the image layer that we've got here, that was this one, right behind our layers, so that it will come in quite smoothly, but we'll also, to make it so it isn't so, you see how here you can see the line where it's attaching. To make it so you can't see that, click on masks, and I wouldn't do it this way. I'd put it on a tripod. I'd start filming without anybody in shot, and then everyone walk into shot and do it. So then it's a very accurate thing. But then I forgot to do that, so that's the problem I did. But that's all right. I can still work with this. You put the feather on. Now the feather, as you can see already, has like smoothed out the line. And if I take off this layer, look at that. If I take off, which layer is the bottom one? Is here. This layer, you can see it's smoothened out. If I put the feather on 0, it's a very harsh line. So remember the feather. As you can see now, we have done a frame by frame, just quick, really nice looking. And now what will happen is, as you see, that's frozen. That's when he'll start really going small into teleport, so we don't need it to be precise. I mean, we don't need it to be following him anymore. But this, what I did mean was, we need this to be really precise. Now if we compare this cutout to this cutout, you can see there are many different types of dots. There's lots more dots on here, there's lots more precision on that compared to that. We're going to feather it like we did with the other one. Now start off with a really light feather, and then by the time we get to here, the feather's going to be quite heavy, because it'll be starting to go into the portal. Like that. Once we get to here, again, all we'll do is we'll add a quick mask, and because we've got the mask, apparently that's the wrong mask, this mask here, we can add the feather. So he's really in there. Okay. So now the magic happens. We're going to get a portal effect. I like to mix it up a little bit and not use the same ones. So I like to add different ones, use different ones, have a bit of fun with it. So today we're using the Vortex 4, which I don't think I've ever used before. And you'll see it's this nice. It's a really nice one actually. So we'll go like this, and when we click on blending mode and lighten, which takes away, okay, that's wrong. We're going to go to blending mode and screen, which will take away the black from the background, which will make it transparent so that we can put it behind. Now we're just going to add this behind these two. I'll make it start from behind him. So what we can do, and we can pop it a few frames back and cut it. Because then, as you see, it's right there, and he starts falling into it in a sense. So at its biggest, it's only that kind of size. So what we are going to do is we're going to transform it. We're going to add all of these. We're going to take them all off. I mean, we're going to add all of these. Make the scale maybe slightly bigger. Like how it doesn't even show up. Okay. Okay. This is bigger than 100. Duh. So it's like quite big, and then by the time he's here, it'll be to that kind of size. What I do tend to do is time stretch it to about 33 to a third. What I tend to do with these is because these vortexes don't close again, they just expand. So I get it to where I like to call I get it to the main stage. I'm gonna actually set it to 20, so it's much shorter. Set the prime kind of stage where it's the biggest. So what we do is we cut it where it's at its biggest point, and then we duplicate it with Command or Control D, depending on where you're at. Because I'm on a Mac, it's Command D, and then we're gonna go to Time and Time Reverse Layer, which will then reverse it so that I'm just gonna give you an example because I'm not finished with it. So that when it's here, it'll be small again. You see that? And then we'll do some sizing stuff to make it so it's like. Okay, so we're not done with them yet. Gotta do some nice effects on it and stuff. So by the time it gets to there, we're gonna go on to transform. And we will go on to, and then we can actually, you know, we're gonna mess around with it a little bit first. We're gonna move him up a little bit, and then we're also going to transform scale. Gonna move him up so that he like kind of getting loads of messages. So he moves. I don't know why. Oh, it's because I moved the theoretical statue. Now, as you see, he's actually going into the portal now. He stays, as you can see on this freeze frame. As you can see in this bit here, I've made him so he stays accidentally. So no matter where I am in the clip, he's in that place. So that's one thing you want to avoid if you're doing this kind of thing, unless you want to stay there the whole time. So we want him at the start here to stay here. You don't want him moving up until around this frame, where we can have him like here, and then this frame where it's literally bang on there. Now we also are going to have to change some things here with his knees. We want them feathered, not harsh. So by the end of this bit, we want all of his limbs fully inside. Okay, so now next up we're going to do some more stuff. Very precise, me. Very precise. Well done, I'm proud of you, me. I have to go really small. So transform, scale, and then basically what we tend to do is make the scale so it's 0 by that frame. So that in between the last few frames, I don't know why it's such a fast like change. So between this frame, it's really small really quickly. And we need to kind of follow that with the character. So we go on to this, and we go on close masks, and we transform. We highlight all of these. We're gonna move them back. It's much easier just to move them back. And then here we need to change the scale. One effect I do like to add now is to make him look a bit more like he's actually in it and like vortexing, so to speak, because that already looks quite nice, apart from obviously the harshness of him a little bit. That's alright, because as you see, if we now go frame by frame, it looks like he's. Then we obviously like to do some adjustments, make sure they're in the right place, because then we kind of like and if we look at that now as a rough, do you know what, I'm not gonna have him lift. Then this will be in that place now, though, won't it? then we simply just positional things again, get rid of, pop them down. It's quite a vast, isn't it? Then we just do the same kind of thing, move him about the right kind of frames just to make sure he's... So there is a rough of it. Really see how simple and easy that is as an effect to do already, and some people will be happy with that. I have a few things for continuity, especially on how I'm going to change it up a little bit. Now, first things first is what I tend to do is I tend to duplicate the first layer of the portal. It makes it just look a bit thicker, and I click on effect, I click on color correction, and I click on color balance. Now I make my portals blue. You can make them red with like loads of different red effects like this and like this. Personally, I make them blue, and you can't see it right now because of how blue the atmosphere is, but they are definitely blue. In the bottom, and then I click Control C or Command C and paste it in this one as well. Click on preserve luminosity, and it'll make it a deeper blue on the second one, and that's why I duplicate it. Now we can click this one again, and then we'll do the same for the second one, preserve luminosity, and then it'll be just a nice deeper darker, it'll be a nice deep dark blue. There you go, look at that, blue portal. And as well as that, matching the blue atmosphere, I go on to my first teleporting effect, the first guy in the teleporting effect, which is here, and I do this, but I click all of these, turn these all to 0 here, so that he's not blue at all, and then by the time the portal has hold of him, so to speak, I turn up the ones that I think look nicest, which I think I then let that amount for them to, and then I just copy that, and then we go up to this one and I paste it. I turn off all of these. Actually, no, I don't turn off all of them. It's 117. So on this one, I'm going to put it to 117. But then I will turn up also. I'll keep on 17. Keep on 17, and then by the end of it, when he's like really small, have it on maximum. Then he blends in really nicely. I also will add a blur and sharpen fast box blur effect to start happening from here. Then by the end, he's got a really like intense blur to him. So now he's kind of a part of the pool. Maybe not quite as heavy there. I can have it on like 5 there though. So he's got a bit of blur going. Maybe even a bit lower, maybe a 3. And then he's going into it, the blur goes blurrier until he's literally a part of that portal. Now that's basically the effect, which is, I think, right there is looking quite smooth. So there you go, that is the effect. Here is the finished footage of just the teleporting in its reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Please subscribe to join Paroxysm Pictures on our journey to entertain you. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.